Hello fellow travelers, Graham here. Today we're at the Hand of Man Museum in Maple Bay, British Columbia. Let's go and explore.
The Hand of Man Museum is the creation of Jim Shockey, an outdoorsman, writer, television personality, and hunting enthusiast. He's well known in the outdoorsman community and has been seen in television shows like Jim Shockey's Hunting Adventures, Uncharted, and The Professionals. Over the past 52 years, he's traveled to every corner of the globe and has acquired a vast collection of natural and cultural artifacts. In 2018, he acquired a retired school building near Duncan, British Columbia, and used its 17,000 square foot space to display his private collection. Jim says that the museum's name, Hand of Man, is a reference to the fact that almost everything inside the museum was either handmade, touched by man, or caused by man. Within these walls, visitors are able to take an up-close look at a countless number of priceless artifacts.
These are interesting guys down here. There's so many things, they're not even all labeled. There's a Carachamamama, Peru. There's another guy there. Oh! Look at this eel. Piranha from Brazil. Here, check out these. There's two different pufferfish. I've seen these before, these dry-mounted octopus. They always look very nautical. Very cool. Here's the jaw from a megalodon. This is about 6 feet tall. This is about as tall as I am. And the teeth on this guy are like, I don't want to touch it, but the teeth on this guy are almost as large as my hand. It's unimaginable. This guy could swallow me whole. Look at this. There's a huge woolly mammoth skeleton. You can see that. That thing is massive. That's about, I'm gonna guess, probably about 12 to 14 feet tall. And they've got the tusks on the front there. That's a pretty impressive skeleton. And this incredible skeleton right here is a Gigantosaurus. It's an ancestor of the Allosaurus. And these guys, apparently when they grow to full adult length, they can be as much as 40 feet long. Another spectacular specimen here. Whole collection of different tusks. And in the display case down here, these are the biggest ones. Those are mastodon tusks. It says they were found by a gold miner in 1988 in Gold Bottom Creek, Yukon. It was buried under 90 feet of permafrost, and they're over 10,000 years old. On the stage, some more huge skeletons. We've got a walrus. There's a gray whale up above. Down below in the middle is a woolly rhinoceros, and on the right-hand side, that's a cave bear. Every little case is filled with amazing finds and artifacts. I like this turtle down here. There's so many things that they're not even all labeled. Sometimes I'm left wondering what exactly they are. Still cool though. So when you first come in, you're handed an iPad just like this, and a lot of the exhibits are numbered. So if I enter a number, let's see, 543, it'll bring up some information about the exhibit. This one has a video, so you actually get to learn a little bit more. Some of them only have text.
Interesting animals here.
There's the tapir.
Museum of Natural History.
So it's a cool way to learn more about the different exhibits. Unfortunately, there's so much here that not every exhibit has information about it, but a lot of the most interesting or unusual specimens, you can look them up on the iPad and find out more. Look at the size of this snapping turtle. Wouldn't want to mess with that guy. That guy could easily take off a finger. Suspended right up from the ceiling, there's a narwhal skeleton. Huge collection of sheep and mountain goats. There's a lynx or a bobcat. And a couple of polar bears there. Different bears. Brown bear, black bears. There's a wolf. What the heck is that? Are those fangs real? Look at the fangs on that. So I looked this up on the iPad, and it turns out this is a real animal. The fangs on there are real. It's not a Fiji mermaid type of situation. This is actually a musk deer, and apparently the fangs are used by the males when they're fighting over a female. So that is one strange looking animal that I didn't know existed. Very cool. There's a little capybara. Looks like a duck-billed platypus in there. And there's a tapir, kangaroos and wombats. Here you go, here's a battle in progress. Who's winning? You think the snake has the upper hand? Or not? Here's a collection of different types of turtle and tortoise shells. All kinds of beautiful patterns in there. Some of these are quite large. And I like this guy down here. He's got his flat little face, tiny eyes, tiny nose, and a spiky shell. Some different snakes. That looks like a cobra. Here's a rattler down here. Don't mess with that guy. And is that a tiny little alligator? Cool.
In addition to the bones, fossils, and taxidermy that make up the natural history collection, Jim also has an extensive collection of cultural history items gathered from his encounters with remote tribes and civilizations. In addition to the artifacts gathered, there's a photo wall which shows Jim's visits to the various different areas of the world, and using the provided iPad, you can find out more about his encounters with these fascinating people.
There's tons of different tribal artifacts here. Reminds me of what you'd see in one of the Ripley's Believe It or Not museums. Except way, way more of it. It's a huge collection. Tribal masks, shrines, icons. It'd be interesting to find out the significance of these. What they meant to the tribal cultures. All throughout, there's different collections of First Nations artifacts. Different masks. Woven goods. And this is cool. In these cases, they have a collection of old natural history textbooks. I just like these old-fashioned sketches. It's just a very cool record of how you would have had to document different animals before photography. betting some of these are probably very old and very rare. Collection of paintings and instruments in the music room. This room's all devoted to different kinds of fishing gear, fishing apparel, fisherman carving. Just every little case, tons of collectibles. Vaguely grouped by theme. This says it's an extremely rare set of 6 still life game birds. Hand-painted oils in 1880, St. John's Wood, London. There's so many items in every room, I don't even think that they're all cataloged or documented. Look at that, just wall to wall to wall, different items.
So all in all, this is a pretty incredible collection. I think the thing is that there's so much to see here in every corner that you could come back 3 or 4 times and still notice something new each time. It was great that they had the iPad so that you could find out more about some of the interesting pieces. Overall, a very cool adventure. Hope you enjoyed it. We're headed off on another adventure soon. Until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.